Hi everyone, 12 News meteorologist Stephen Matrograno here with a Weather Now update for you. And we are looking outside in Newport, seeing a nice shot here of the bridge and nice pleasant weather as well here in Narragansett. Certainly seeing a nice crowd down here as many people are enjoying a nice beach day that's shaping up. Upper 70s, low 80s will do it for temperatures for today. Currently, we're seeing those temperatures jump up through the 70s. It's a nice time of it out there. Taking advantage of it for today with the radar staying quiet, not tracking any kind of wet weather. There's a few showers off in parts of upstate New York, but they're not going to bother us, so we'll be staying dry as high pressure is in control. So for the rest of your morning hours into the afternoon, upper 70s, low 80s for temperatures. Nice day overall, mainly sunny, low humidity. Really doesn't get much better than that. And this afternoon, low 80s expected, dry skies, and again, nice deal of sunshine coming our way for the remainder of our day. Of course, and the bigger story in the weather world is, of course, Hurricane Erin as a Category 4 storm with winds of 145 miles per hour north of the Leeward Islands and north and east of Puerto Rico. It's moving west about 20 miles per hour, so it's really moving quickly. And you can see here, this is the forecast track. It takes it to the west, eventually the west-northwest, and that's as a Category 4 storm. Could even see some further strengthening as we go forward here. And notice the curve between the Bahamas and Bermuda northward, then eventually northeastward, out towards the open Atlantic. So certainly, a storm that should stay well offshore from us, going to be bringing impacts to Bermuda, at least in some capacity, outer bands and things like that. But for us on the East Coast, looking at rough surf, dangerous rip current risks as we head into next week. Now, the question, of course, is how close to the East Coast does this storm get? Some guidance does bring it a little bit closer, towards the Outer Banks and the East Coast, but that's the big question as we go into next week. I still think it'll be an out to sea. It'll curve back over the open water, but that's still a question that remains, and you can see why. This is our spaghetti plot. This shows the models. And notice how, yes, the bulk of them take it, well offshore and eventually north and east, well away from the coastline. But notice there are a few, especially when you look towards the Carolinas, that get a little bit too close for comfort there. And you can see that they all kind of eventually curve. But again, that's what we're watching for, is how close does the system get towards parts of the coastline. Regardless, though, it looks to stay well away from New England, as we have, of course, the building waves and the dangerous rip current risks as we go into the latter part of next week, with that system tracking up the East Coast. Only going to make the waves, pushing all that water on shore, going to really make things rough out there on the water for next week. Wave heights as high as about 8 to 12 feet as a result. But that's a check of your updated forecast. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy your weekend. Take care.